My grandmother had a lighter. When she died, nobody in the family wanted it. They all would rather keep the rings, watches, earrings, necklaces, etc. I was 1 year old. I couldn't keep anything. The lighter was in a box. Inside a box together with old clothes and photo albums on top of a wardrobe. I kept it because nobody would give me anything else. It was the only thing I could have of hers. It is worth noting that she died of lung cancer. I hate fire. I panic at the thought of burning myself. Maybe that's why I never learned how to cook. It's not for having burnt myself in the past, which I haven't. It's just an irrational fear. Unlike my grandmother, I don't smoke. At least, not enough to justify carrying a lighter with me everywhere I go, but it's like a charm. Although I don't like the fire inside it, I like what it stands for. I hate fire, but I love the heat. I love summer, swimming, the wind. I love light. She is light. She loves the cold, the night, even though she's the sun. She is wind, unpredictable, the queen of bad ideas.
Me dan ganas de tocar el fuego.
She is fire. Not because her hair is red, which it's not, but because of how she moves. For the flame in her eyes when the sun blinds them, the ash in her eye bags. She is heat. Her face is always red, her hands always hot, her words always warm. I hate fire, but I do not hate her. On the contrary. I cannot think of one single reason why someone like her could like someone like me. I guess we balance each other out. She's always hot, I'm cold, she thinks I do. If she's fire, then I'd be water. I lied when I said that I had never gotten burnt. She burns. They say a 3rd-degree burn doesn't hurt 'cause the nerve is burnt. This is why a 2nd-degree injury is the most painful, even though it's not as bad. If we're talking about pain, being with her is a 3rd-degree burn. Not being able to hold her hand is more of a 2.5 degree. I knew what I was getting into when I first started dating her. It doesn't mean it made it any easier. It's hard not being able to hold her hand in the street. It's hard being afraid of kissing her in the cab. It's hard not being able to be with her at a club like the rest of the couples are. It's hard only being able to be with her in corner shadows and bathrooms of house parties where no one can see. It's hard to have the need of keeping in mind what others may think of something that is none of their business. It's hard to know that they wouldn't doubt in the slightest bit hurting us just because we're 2 girls. I'm afraid of getting burnt, but I've always had a lighter in my pocket. I'm afraid of getting burnt, and even though she burns, I love her. I love her because being with her is like shouting with all of your being. It's the knot in your chest, it's adrenaline, it's tension, it's ecstasy, excitement, relief. Who could let go of someone like that? I certainly can't. Personally, nothing seems more logical to me than loving her. Being with her burns. Nobody should be able to get this close to the sun. I, knowing this, decided to ignore it. I'm Icarus. Being with her burns, but being without her is worse. Because of this, I reach my hand into the fire,